Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on the Mariadoc server. Here we go. Get that fixed. Here on twitch.tv/Lotro stream. So, where we are streaming some Lotro, and right now we're staring off into the horizon with our friends here in Furtherholm. Here, we'll just look off into the horizon with that guy. Why not? Yeah, so it is Midsummer Festival happening right now. And there are two main locations where you can do a celebration of Midsummer in the sense of getting 10 daily quests. So, one of them is Midsummer Minas Tirith, which has been in play since 2020, and now we have Furtherholm, which is out in the Shield Isles, kind of in like Bay of Belfalas type of area, is my understanding. So yeah, out here, and so one of the islands, actually two, I guess, if you consider both of these, are available for quests for us to do. So let's get started. So I put in the chat, as the title, like kind of a Furtherholm quick run question mark, because it seems like it's taken me about 20 minutes to zip around. So that feels like a quick run. Now there may be optimizations, there may be, things you can do to make it go a little bit better. I know B4 has some thoughts on this. Skip 2 of the quests, he says. But because you only need 10, it's true. Now, in this case, I am trying to level a couple of my characters. So I'm okay with not skipping any quests. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and step inside the correct flagon here. And the first thing we want to do is we're going to talk to our quest giver.
Fair winds to you.
And this is our go do 10 things guy. So then I'm going to go and grab the quests from within the inn, within the cracked flagon. So I got those two from her, and I've got the one from the cook, and then go out the door. And then she's going to have 4 for us. We're going to grab those.
Umbar is a free city at last. Umbar is a free city at last. May the seas be calm.
So the first thing I do is this sandcastle.
Fair winds to you.
And then I'm going to grab the quest from this thirsty beachgoer and jump back up. Most of the time that's effective. Once in a while I miss.
Good day to
Go
you,
back in
traveler.
and grab her drink. Head back out. Give her her drink.
Greetings, traveler.
And then I continue moving forward along the path here. And we're going to grab a handful of quests from this
Good
guy.
day to you, traveler.
So seagulls, the
May the
flotsam,
seas be cold and
the
the winds
cats,
fair.
which we're going to say yes.
Umbar is a free
Now at this
city
point I can
at
mount up.
last.
And so often I
Fair
do.
winds to you.
Grab a cat. Grab a seagull, or 2, or 3. Say hi to another cat. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick up the next in this chain of helping. But I'm not going to take care of her yet, because I'm going to go over here and pick up the flag quest.
Fair winds to you.
Okay, so now we want to go fishing. So we're going to pop over here and do some fishing real quick. Trying to get a good visual on my character here. There we go. Alright, now I want to go ahead and get my flag out because I want to be seen as I run over this bridge. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do another... Now, I want to go inside because I want to get that person's book. But I'm going to take a little quick detour off to the side here. Let them see me on this beach. See a seagull. And give my treat to the smelly cat. Now I'm going to go inside. Now, I am passing by a cat here, so I can go ahead and drop a treat on my way. I don't have to. I'll be back for the cushions, but, you know, you can. Alright, so now I have 4 rooms to clean as well. So I pop in here. Let's get rid of this kite. It gets in my way sometimes. And grab this first room that's kind of separate from the other ones. And then I'm going to go back to where those 3 rooms are together on the other side over here. And it doesn't matter which order you do them in. I often go left to right or right to left. If there's an open door, I choose that, generally. That way I don't get mixed up. And also it saves me a smidgen of time if I don't have to open a door. Here's where the book is. So this one, you want to make sure you're clicking on 3 things. Because you're getting the bed, and the stain, and the book. So make sure you click on 3 things before you leave the room. Alright, so now I am done in here. And if you want, you can pause and drop that off. Don't have to, but you can. Sometimes I like to because it just cleans up my log a little bit. Now, people have seen my kite around here, but we want to go swimming, so we're going to go swimming here as we go across the water to turn that in. I'm also going to go ahead and grab my kite out once we get there. And yes, we are on a Hobbit, so people think I might be drowning. Or at least I think people think I might be drowning. Alright, grab my flag, grab my kite, and we're going to grab the sand castle that's right next to her. So I do the book, sand castle, and then we're going to do a little more fishing. And that people can see my kite as I come over here to do the fishing. Well, people don't seem to notice my kite, so maybe they don't see my kite. But they could have if they were looking. Now you want to pay attention when you do the fishing, because sometimes you won't get a fish. You'll get a bag of tokens, but that means you didn't actually complete the fishing there. So you'll want to make sure you do that. Okay, so I've mounted back up. I'm gonna go over here and give a treat to the skinny cat. See a couple more seagulls. I'm gonna give a treat to this sassy cat, but sassy cat's gone. Well, I'm gonna be going back and forth across there a bunch of times, so I think we're okay. We're going to hit some flotsam with this guy. Excellent. Going to talk to this unsettled sightseer.
What can I do for you?
Grab another flotsam because it's available. And they've seen my kite over here. So really, I think I only have one more kite place to see. And that's over by the guy we're going to bury in the sand. See? Sassy cat's back. So we're able to deal with the sassy cat on the way back. So now we are going to get a cushion. By the way, I'm done with cats now, which is great. So, pop over here, grab a cushion. And actually mount back up. This is another one of the quests that if you are trying to work for time that you might not choose to do this helping quest. Oops, sorry, got stuck on the edge there. But we'll give him his cushion.
Greetings, friend.
And now we go to the next one. They would like a basket.
My friends, come.
So we're gonna go grab a basket. And then we'll take it inside, get it filled up. So again, I take the same path back. But now I'm heading off to the left, so we're gonna jump over here. Grab the basket, pop inside. I still have my silly kite, but that's okay.
Fair
So I
winds
still
to
need it
you.
one more time. Talk to the cook, grab a basket, back outside. These doors, man, I get caught on them on a regular basis. On the door frame. Door frame. Back where we came from. So again, I mean, the sassy cat is right there. So if I hadn't interacted with the sassy cat, I have had a number of opportunities to do so.
If you're looking to help, there's
So if it's
plenty
not there,
to do.
I don't pause
As you
for
can
it.
surely see,
Now
we're
here's where I do
low
a
on
tiny bit of
helping hands.
optimization. So while I'm doing that part, because everything else with this guy is an induction, so you can't be moving. But when you are clicking the continue button, you can be moving. All right, so he's done. I run away with my kite, and that should satisfy my kite situation, which it has, so we can drop the kite. So now we're going to just follow along the beach here, getting some flotsam and some castles and whatnot. Flotsam and sandcastles. Now the flotsam does disappear, and there is a little bit of a wait for it, so that's why sometimes I'll say, well, I'll go ahead and grab it because it's here. That's one of the ones that you do have player interaction. Sandcastles, don't need to worry about. The other day I was running for this one, and somebody paused because I had been chasing with them, and they waited for me, which I thought was very sweet. Alright, so now we're going to go check out this water for swimming. We're going to get about halfway out there, and we should get our thing. So then we're going to basically make a U-turn, kind of, because that's where we just were with the flotsam, and we're going to go up this slope here. You can mount up, but it's really not worth it, because the first thing you're interacting with is really close here, and it dismounts you anyway. So now we're doing the cook thing, which is another one that's on the chopping block, haha, as things you might decide not to do if you're for time savings. And so we're basically just grabbing, you know, herbs and fruit and stuff like that for the herbs, fruit, and veg. I assume olives are olives a fruit or a vegetable? They're not sweet, so I think of them as a vegetable, but maybe they're actually fruit. I don't know. Okay, so now we're going to actually mount up because we do have some distance to traverse. So we're going to come up here, and we're going to go ahead and slip in by the bush there. And by this point, we should be able to do the fishing at the waterfall. So we are. Now after we get this fish, we are going to mount up. And there's a handful of things I want to pick up that are up here. But we're actually going to start at the top and work our way back down. It just seems to be better pathing. Now sometimes there's a bush up here you can interact with. But if that's not there, no worries. It seems to be like if it's down below you get it, but not up here. Alright, so we got the lemons, and then we've got a tree over here. And then we're going to mount back up and make our way off of the waterfall. Hello, Pamela! How are you doing today? I'm about halfway through what I would call a quick run. So I'll finish this, and then I'll start all over. And we can kind of talk through a little bit more. But I can go ahead and keep talking through what I'm doing here. So again, I'm going to mount back up. And then I'm looking for something off on the left-hand side. There's a tree over here that I want to get to. Ta-da. And then after this tree, I'm actually going to mount back up because I want to ride... Well, I'm going to throw myself off the cliff. And go out to the swimming. So I try to line myself up a little bit here as I'm traveling. Maybe a smidge more that way. Okay, so now I'm going to head back to shore. And for the tall people, that's not quite as far. For short people, it takes us a little longer. Okay, this is so funny. So now I'm going to one more swimming place. Seems like the cats are active. It is a warm day, but they are going in and out a little bit. I think the fresh air may be helping them feel better about the warmth. Okay, so one more swimming hole, which is the last one. And again, this may be one of the ones that you decide to, that's like not worth it for time savings. Again, B4 has been also working on optimizing some pathing. So, but this is what I've kind of fallen into recently, and it seems to be working for me. Like, I can do it without thinking about it. So it definitely is working for me. Okay, so we're gonna kind of follow the trail of the horse race a little bit, kind of going backwards, and we get past these fallen down trees and into the next section, and then we should start finding a seashell around that. There it is. So there's a seashell not too far from this part that you're running through. So we get that, and now we want to go out to this little piece of island. We're going to get 3 more seashells out here. And we get a swimming out of the way. It's like a triple shot here. Seashells, swimming, and fishing we're going to do out here. But first we'll collect the seashells. Skigosi also says hello. Says good evening, Little Red and B4. Good evening to you as well. Okay, so now we're going to grab a little fishing action. Slow fishing. There we go. Now, something I didn't realize is I found a tree. I missed a tree the other day. Okay, so now we're done with that. So now I want to get back to the seashells, and they're over here. So you can either swim directly there if you don't want to have to think about it. Once you can click on it, you can just click on it. It will automatically take your character there, like that. Or it seems like there might be some better action to run to the shore and then, or swim to the shore and then run over. Not 100% sure which one is the better choice there. For those of us with the short legs. But once you get on shore, it's just boom, boom, boom. Now, there is a tree right here. And I missed an olive tree on our way over, I think, or something. So we're just going to grab this one, because that makes that done. And then we're close to the end. Yep. And we're right back into town. So everything should be done. So what I've been doing is doing a clockwise turn in. So I'm going to go over here and turn in the kite one. It seems like it takes more time, but that was really only like, I don't know, probably 10 seconds or something. It's really not that bad.
Is a free city at last.
And then I'll go over to this guy and turn in 4 quests, because the cats count for 2. So I'm at 2 right now. Now I'm at 3. That makes 4.
May the seas be cold and the winds
5.
Umbar is
nice.
a free
And
city
6.
at last. Fair winds to
Woohoo.
you.
So I'm at 6 quests. I'm going to turn in 4 to this lady.
Fair winds to you. Fair winds to you. May the seas be calm and the winds
But again, I'm
fair.
trying to level this character, so turning in extra
Fair
quests
winds
is
to
not a
you.
problem for me. But if you were trying to optimize, there might be a couple of things you could do without. Alright, so finish that with the cook. I turn in with that person the seashells.
Fair winds to
Now, I
you.
could have turned in this on the way, actually.
Good day to you, traveler.
And there we go. So that was... Let's see, I'm 25 minutes of streaming in, but I do have
Umbar
the
is a free city
intro, which
at
is 5
last.
minutes, and then I probably said hello for a couple minutes. So it was about 20 minutes of that run. So I don't feel like that's too bad. I'm sure B4 has it down to like 16 minutes or something like that. But I'm pretty happy with my 20-minute run. Oh, did I? Oh well. That should have been day 3 for Coral. I may have to check on that. Pamela says, oh, you figured out how to do the kite quest? I tried once, but it didn't seem to acknowledge my kite flying. Yeah, we can show some of that. So I'll grab a tall person. We'll take a look at this. So the kite thing it's got a little spot, yeah. So okay, so here's what I did is I pick up from this guy. I'll show you the run I do again. And then I pick up the 2 quests in here. Now I've got my fishing
Fair
pole
winds
on
to you.
all the time.
May the seas be
So I'm not
calm and the winds
unequipping my
fair.
fishing pole between days, just not bothering. Okay, and get the one from the cook. So now I'm finished with inside, and I go outside. Thanks, somebody opening that door for me. Before says, it feels picky, the kite. If you already have the kite out when you enter the spot... Oh, if you don't have the kite out when you enter the spot. If you're already in there and then bring out the kite, it seems that you have to leave the kite area and then come back in for it to count. So, okay, let me pick up these 4
Umbar
from
is a
here. So we don't have the
free
kite
city
quest
at
yet,
last.
so...
Umbar
but
is a
we'll
free
start
city
working on that here in
at
just a
last.
second. Okay, so I've got my 4.
May the seas be calm and
Now
the
again, I'm going to do the
winds fair.
sandcastle because it's right here.
Good day to you, traveler.
And then we're going to help this person right here because they're right here again.
Well
So,
met.
and then I run back inside and grab her drink because it's not that far from where we're standing. Grab her refreshing beverage. Gonna need a bunch of those over the next few days. We have got some extremely high temperatures coming along in the next few days. We're under a code orange.
You're most welcome, my friend.
Okay, for our Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. Alright, so again, I'm going to go over to the cat guy. Cut the corner there a little bit. Alright, and we're going to pick up his quest. So we have
Umbar
seagulls,
is a free city
eye
at
shores,
last.
swords drifted
Fair
ashore,
winds to you.
and we'll do yes to
Fair
cats.
winds to you.
I'm going to
May
mount
the
up
seas be calm
at this
and
point.
the winds fair.
I still don't have the kite quest, so I don't need to have my kite out yet. We'll say hi to the scruffy cat. Get a couple of seagulls. One here. One here. Grab a cat. Now I'm gonna get the quest to go find the book,
May the seas be calm.
but
and
I'm
the
not gonna
winds
go get it
fair.
yet. So now I'm gonna pick up the kite quest. If I can click on him and not the lamp.
Good day
So
to
I
you,
don't
traveler.
need to have a kite out yet. So let's do some fishing. And once we've caught this fish, then I'll show you on the map where we're going. Fish, 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 fish. And I have gone ahead and put a kite on one of my bars, so it's just easy for me to pull it out right away. Okay, so now I'm going to go over this bridge, and I know... let's see if we can make it come up. Let's make it yellow, green. All right, so I don't know if you can see. Let me unclick a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so if you look at that, right in front of me is where I need to fly a kite. So I'm going to go ahead and put my kite out now before I get there. So now I have my kite. I go up here, and it says many people should see you from here. So having the kite out before I get to where I need to be seems to be part of the answer. I'm going to do it again over here. So we know that I need to be seen flying a kite on this little beach down here. So I go down here, and because I have the kite out already, it acknowledges it. So I think that's the key, is just have your kite. So basically, unless I'm inside the inn, I'm going to have this kite going from now till I finish with the kites, which isn't actually that long. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and put it away for the moment because I'm going inside. I don't like having it when I'm inside. Oh, I want to say hi to this cat real quick. Have a treat, cat. There we go. Okay, so again, I'm going to do those 4 cleaning the rooms now that I'm inside. That other lady, I got that clean the room quest, the same lady that does the seashells. That's inside here, the inn. So I didn't do her cleaning the room quest as soon as I picked it up. I wait, excuse me, and hang on to it until I'm coming inside to do the book quest. So this is not the book room, but this is a room with a door that's already open. So I'm happy to run on in. And then this one's open, so I'll do the same thing. This way I could just go right in a row, and I can remember kind of what, where I'm at. And next door. So again, this is the one where we've got 3 things to pick up or interact with. We've got the bed, we have the stain, the dirty floor. But don't forget the book. That's the whole reason we're here. All right. Again, just to tidy up my log, I'm going to go ahead and turn that in, but that's probably like a 10-second delay that you don't need. So I'm going to mount back up just to get me over to the beach. It doesn't take me that long. And now I'm going to do the swimming. And nobody needs to see me with a kite in the water, so no big deal that I haven't pulled it back out yet. Not a bad place to swim, but it is quite public. And then remember, we're going to get 3, but actually 4 things done here. We're going to turn in her book, and that way gets us to the next quest, which is the unsettled sightseer. We're going to build a sandcastle. And then before we go fishing, we're going to pull that kite back out. Because people want to not see me with my kite here. People don't seem to notice your kite. People here. Oh well. Now you can keep your kite on while you're fishing. If you have it on while you're riding, it just disappears, but then it comes back out as soon as you dismount. So there's no reason to not just leave it. Which is what I'm going to do. So now I want to go back out to the beach. I want to go out to the beach. I haven't been there with this character yet today. We'll just go ahead and say hi to this cat while we're on our way. Hello, kitty cat. A little seagull action. Say hi to the sassy cat. Sassy cat's gonna run away. Okay, and now we go over and check on the flotsam, which will dismount you, but my kite's back out, which is fine because I need to be seen with my kite about 3 steps in front of where I'm at. So now people have seen my kite. There it is. People are impressed with your kite. On my way to go to see the sightseer. So that works out really great. All right, we'll go ahead and interact with this debris. Now I gotta go get him a cushion. And then I have one more place that I need to be seen with my kite, and that's after the guy that we're going to bury in the sand. So I'm just going to leave my kite on, though, because I don't want to forget about it. I don't want to have to go back. So we're going to grab a cushion. What have we got here? Quest item. Nope. Oh. Okay, we're good. I do not want to click the name. This character still has a rename that I could do, but I am not going to bother. Okay, so now we're gonna give this guy a cushion.
How can I be of service?
Go to this one. He would like a picnic
Come,
basket.
my friends, come, come.
Probably with stuff in it. So, off we go to go find a picnic basket. So before we went across here to get the cushion, we went slightly to the right and into that alcove. Now we're going to go off to the left and go in the back door. After we pick up the basket that's by the back door. In. Go in. There we go. Talk to the cook. And this is where the kite's kind of annoying.
Umbar is
But
a
we're going to
free
be out of here in
city
just like
at
2
last.
seconds. Alright, so we picked up the basket and now we're out. Mount back up. Zoomity zoom. Now we're going to go give the picnic basket and then we'll go and do the burying guy. 35 raiders from Goshel have arrived. Well, welcome, y'all. Alright, so we're turning this in to the suitor. The basket. And now we go do this guy. And again, as soon as we
If you're
are
looking
in the
to
middle of
help, there's
interacting with
plenty to
him,
do.
we could
As
go
you
ahead
can
and
surely
dismount.
see,
That way I've
we're
got my
low
kite
on
back out
helping
again.
hands.
Because everything else I'm going to do with him is an induction, and I cannot be mounting or dismounting. Now, we have one more kite place, and again, it's basically right on the path from where we are to where we're going, which is that sandcastle. So I can do that, and the people have seen my kite. And that is all the kite stuff that I gotta do. So after I have built the sandcastle, I'm gonna ditch the kite, and we don't have to worry about that anymore for this round. Ta-da! So Goshel says, hope all are well. Before did comment that yes, it is a bit warm here, but doing well. Yeah, we've got the fans going. We've got rollouting down the shutters on the windows. We've got an awning covering a bunch of the area. So yeah, we're doing what we can before we go into the 3 days in a row of extremely warm weather. Goshel says it is definitely a warm day today. Yeah, I've heard that different places have it even worse than us today. Like I think in the UK it's 36, and I think we're only supposed to get up to 30 today. But then we are supposed to get like 37. I know, I was telling my mom about it. They're in the US, so I was converting it to Fahrenheit in order to, because I know she probably doesn't know Celsius. So what we got? Yeah, high of 30 today, 36 tomorrow, 34 Thursday, 37 on Friday, 34 on Saturday, back to 31 finally on Sunday, but goodness. And then finally on Monday we get down to 25 as the high. So that'll be good. Palmela asks, are we still under the heat dome? I think we're, yes. We had some hot days already in a row, but then we had a couple of cooler ones. But now we're going back into another heat wave. And this one is a code orange, as they're calling it. Which means, like, don't go out and exert yourself. Check on your elderly neighbors. Like, that whole business. Yeah, don't go and do things you don't have to do. Stuff where we volunteer has been canceled for Thursday evening and Friday evening. Because it's just it's going to be brutally hot in the evenings. Or in the afternoons, even. So we're open still in the mornings, but we're not doing afternoons this week. Crazy. Okay, so again, we want to mount up because we want to go to the waterfall. Yeah, so crazy warm. So for those of you who do Fahrenheit, that's 86 today, then 97, 93, and 98 over the next 3 days. After today. So that's a little crazy cakes, yeah. Now, before it says, yeah, 37 Celsius, 99 Fahrenheit would be more manageable if more houses had air conditioning. On the other hand, that's a lot of extra stuff on the power grid, which already is struggling. So maybe it's good Now I got a quest item. I got tokens. See, it's a good thing I checked, because that means I didn't actually finish the fishing quest. And I can also tell because it's got the sparkly spot there to tell me where to go. I mean, it's this whole area. It's a nice wide range, actually. Let me see if I can look on the map real quick. So, where's fishing? I may have to redo fishing. It's not obvious on there because it's a circle, but it's actually a wide area that you can do the fishing is. You get like an icon or oops, hang on a second. A thing that comes up that says fishing. This looks like a good place to catch some fish. It's an effect, and when you're under that effect, then you can do the fishing. So it is a nice big area that you can do it in, which is great. All right, so again, I'm going to mount up and go to the one at the top first, and then work my way back down. Now, I think, I mean, a good solution, aside from air conditioning, is like more trees, more greenery, more shade, you know, less pavement, that sort of thing. That would also help for just, you know, comfort levels and stuff. And keeping the heat down a little bit. And also, you know, all the other things that are contributing to the heat. So, Pamela says, I feel you, my home hasn't got AC either, but its construction was built for heat. I think homes in most European nations are constructed to keep the heat from escaping, correct? Well, I don't know necessarily about that, but they're built for they're built more for cooler temperatures than hotter temperatures. But like our house was built in the 80s, and I mean air conditioning existed at that point, and we weren't in like, you know, the 1860s where people were ice skating on the rivers and whatnot. In fact, there hasn't been ice skating consistently on rivers since like 1990, end of the 90s, I think. Oh, why do I not have a fishing spot? Did I miss wait, what's going on here? Did I somehow not pick up the fishing? No, it says searching for swimming spots. Swim in the northern channel, swim off the... Oh, because I don't have it on... Hang on. We're going to go swimming. I just don't have it on the thing. There we go. Because I unchecked my rings. That's why. Okay. So now we can mount back up. Before I said, on the other hand, our 10 solar panels have already generated 14 kilowatts, 14.8 today. Yes. Before it says, Pamela, Dutch homes usually have ventilation for some fresh air. Yeah, I think that is maybe part of it, is that European houses are built with the mindset that fresh air is a strong contributor to health, whereas having yourself like hermetically sealed like you're in a Tupperware box is not good for overall health. So I remember like when I lived in England for a couple years that like the bedroom windows had little vents over them, and the idea was that you would just leave those open overnight so you'd get fresh air into your room overnight, and you didn't heat the room overnight necessarily. You know, you cuddle up under a nice duvet or something. So it's definitely, yeah, it seems like it's a mindset built more for what I think is European mindset seems to be more toward like adapting your habits to the environment, and instead of creating an environment in your space, if that makes sense. Like, I think about when I go to the US and how, like, you're in your house and it's a certain temperature, and then you get into your car and you try to make it the same temperature, and then you go to, you know, a business or a restaurant and you try to make that the same temperature, and it really doesn't matter whether it's like, you know, snowing outside or blazing hot or whatever. It seems like there's all this work done to modify the environments that you're sitting in, rather than being in the natural environment that's around you. It's a different mentality is what it feels like to me. Like I've noticed there seems to be like more attention paid to, for example, what vegetables and fruit are in season. Now you can still get stuff out of season just like you can in the US, but things don't look the same all year round. You know, like your tomatoes are a little bit more red and juicy and flavorful when they're in season, and then when they're out of season you get stuff that's not quite as tasty, you know what I mean? So you can still get things, but it's like, it seems like the stuff that's in season is like it's plentiful fruit and veg wise. So that's kind of fun to, you know, kind of adapt like a little bit of what you're eating and that sort of thing to what's what's available more in season. Plus, I don't know, I find that the fruits and vegetables especially are like tastier here. And I didn't realize there was a difference until the first time we went back. And oh, see, I hadn't gotten a seagull, so coming back this way allowed me to get that seagull back there. So it's definitely worth making the loop around the island and not freaking out about whether or not you have all your seagulls, because you'll get them. You'll get them. Oh yeah, so before it says, yeah, so the houses here are not so airtight. Yeah. Okay, so we're turning stuff in. And we're at about 46 minutes into the stream here, 47. So minus the 5-minute intro and then the 20 minutes from the previous run.
Good day to you, traveler.
May the seas be calm.
I mean, by the time we finish, this is probably close to 50. So, you know, yeah, I'd say this is running about 20 minutes. This run that I've been doing. And again, I am doing another leveling. Awesome. I am doing extra quests because I'm doing 12 and you only need 10. But it's worth it to me to because I'm trying to level these characters. I don't need the tokens. I'm already at the point where I'm like trying to buy extra stuff so I can get more things for the game, you know? So I'm like, well, I got all extra tokens again. Okay, so the only thing I don't like about this guy being the barter is like the barter symbol is in a weird place or something, and so I can't tell if his ring is like, am I done? Does it have the hourglass, or am I supposed to interact with him again? You know what I mean? It's not obvious. All right, another tick, another character. Kabam. Yeah, so speaking of like air and airtight and stuff like that, so we have a back door system here, and then it leads out to our back garden, which is about as wide as the house. It's a very like rectangular situation we got going on. And so we've got like because we have a water, like a canal kind of thing nearby, we have screens on all of our windows, which is kind of unusual. That's not typical in the Netherlands and in most of Europe, but we would get a lot of mosquitoes in the house, more than your average. So having mosquito screens here is normal, is more typical for like this row of houses. So we have that on our back door, but they're kind of like they slide in and out, so we can open the back doors and, you know, go and stuff like that. So we've been trying to give the cats a little bit more time outside, but they're kind of, we're keeping an eye on them when they go out.
Good day to you, traveler.
So what we've been doing is sometimes then I will have like the door open just a little bit so the cats can come and go. But we've got the rest of the door open and the screens are across the rest of it.
Well met.
Well, the other day I was getting out some treats for the cats, and Kato, the smaller one, went through the screen. Just was like, treats are there, I'm going straight through. And unfortunately, she's put a little bit of a, yeah, messed it up. So,
You are
I have to
most
figure out what to do
welcome, my
about that.
friend.
But at least the cats are enjoying being outside in the backyard. So yay for that. Although not necessarily much more today. I let them out a little bit earlier when it was cooler, but it's too warm now. So they're all buttoned up. Eyesores and yes to cats. At some point I gotta double check and make sure all my characters have done the cat conundrum deed, where you do one time, you gotta do yes at least once and no at least once. And I've definitely done yes with everybody. I'm just not sure if I've done no with everybody. So I gotta come back to that. Alright, so I'm doing the same loop again. So, book quest, kite quest, go fish.
Umbar is a free city at last.
Go fish, she says. There we go. Let's see. So Jinnjar says, if you're getting near the max on tokens, you can go to the party tree and trade them for boxes that can be put into your bind. That's a fair point. I do forget about that. She's so far away. Well, I mean, I could just trade them in and immediately do the thing. Oh, let's see. Oh, hey, I have improved my fishing. Right, now, before we walk away, put that kite up. Because people gotta see me with my kite, yo, on that bridge. I am now an apprentice angler. Now, remember, we want to go in and get that book, but we want to be seen on this beach first. So we're gonna do that. And there is a seagull there. There we go. Sometimes he's a little bit more invisible than others. So before it says Jinnjar, oh, it says, yeah, I don't want to store things, but that's a good point. Spend down for tokens for other festivals that don't have a cap. Yeah, that's fair. I should just run myself over there once in a while and just, I bet, you know, a lot of my characters, I have their, oh, let's get rid of this kite for a moment. You know how you get a map, like, every week to the festival? So I, don't always end up using them because I have transit other ways or whatever. But okay, so this time we'll do it the way that I normally go, which is get the book and get the book in the first room, or do the book room first. Anyway, so I still have, like, you know, party tree transit map to the party tree, that sort of thing. I probably still have some of those from other festivals. So I would be able to pop over there without too much trouble. Also, the party tree is one of the destinations from the far-ranging stable masters. So, you know, that's always an option. I could just go back to housing and do a far-ranging stable master. I do love the book that you pick up is A Memory of Mumakil. It's like a book all about Mumakil, I'm guessing. The Mumak. The Mumak book. That's fun. Oh, what does it say? Some currency was lost due to me reaching cap. Oh, no. Well, alright. So, what's my new mail? Oh, I don't want to deal with that. Okay, fine. We'll take a moment. Because if I come back, it'll bring me back to right there. So, okay. Yeah, let's just go to housing because I know I can get there easily from there. So, yeah, sure. Oh, actually, no, not that one. I'm gonna go to Premium House. I keep changing my mind there. Yeah, Pamela laughs about Kato. Little stinker. I mean, the door was open, right? Like, the door was open. Screen door is here. She goes through the screen door. I'm like, dude! So she's broke the bottom of it, basically. So we can make it fit the spot. But the problem is, I can't leave that open with just the screen door and the cat's in anymore because she went back out last night through that same screen door spot. I think there was a, like a frog or something outside because Casper and I were sitting here chilling out. Alright, so I want to go to the Shire, so that's under T for the party tree. There we go. Jinnjar says, there is an NPC there that will bring you back to where you are. Oh, at the party tree? Well, that'd be nice. Okay, so the person I'm looking for is this lady over here, Becca Burdock. So let's barter
Hello there.
away some of this 250 Midsummer tokens that I have, and it will cost me 5 to get a box of tokens. So we will barter a whole bunch of these. Oh, too many requests. Slow down. Okay. Well, Jinnjar, you have to tell me where to go go back. That'd be kind of handy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we'll do maybe a couple more. Alright, so what tokens don't I have a lot of? Let's take a look at this list real quick. I got 374 spring leaves. I got 324 anniversary tokens, 1,000 fall festival, 500 farmers fair, and 500 Yule. So let's get some anniversary tokens, I guess. So basically what happens is you open this box and then you pick which one you want. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that, because I think the boxes are bound to my character. So it's not like I can pass these off to other characters, unfortunately. But at least the anniversary tokens don't have a cap. So I'll do that. Pamela says, I wish every festival area had those for all the festivals. Yeah, at least she's always here, though. You know what I mean? Like, year-round, Becca Burdock is just chilling out here. So that's nice. Alright, so Jinnjar says, yes, at the tree, standing behind the NPC that you see for the scavenger quests. By Waldo Rumble. Well, look at that. Hello. Return to Furtherholm.
Fair winds to
Yes,
you.
please. Fantastic. Thank you, Jinnjar. That's amazing. That makes going to the party tree, or coming back from the party tree, way better. That's a fair question. Hang on. Before it's asking, can you get to the party tree from the boat? Hang on, let me work my way through these things. Okay, okay. Dockmaster will take you to Westbury,
And the winds fair.
Midsummer Minas Tirith, or Umbar Barbel. So no. You can get to Westbury. Not quite the same though. Alright, so let's get back on track, which is we are going over here to give that lady her book. That wasn't a bad interrupt, you know. Little sidetrack for a second there. Alright, so over to the book lady. Yeah, not that you know. Yeah, it turns out that you cannot get to the party tree from there yet. Maybe they'll add it later.
Umbar is a free city.
But I do appreciate that you can get back and forth between the two main festival areas, so that's at least good. Alright, so Sandcastle. And then we want to remember to get our kite back out, because on our way to fishing, people are going to not see us with our kite, but we need to acknowledge that. Fishy, fishy. Yeah, Jinnjar says going to Bree and then to the Shire isn't too bad. That's fair. Well, I mean, if you have housing, I think that's always the best way to do it, is just go to a far-ranging stable master and housing. I just happen to have a far-ranging stable master in my yard, really close to where I port in. That's kind of the point. Because I love to be able to just port in, grab the stable master, and then pop back out. So I try to set that up, and I've been actually thinking about maybe setting that up at multiple houses, just in case, like, I ever am at the different house. Just be like, yeah, stable master, good to go. On my premium houses, especially. Sassy cat. Alright, so we're gonna grab us some of this flotsam. I said grab some flotsam. And talk to this guy. And he's like,
friend.
yo, sand is terrible to sit on. Got any ideas? He'd be like, try a cushion. So let's go get him a cushion. Sassy cat. Yeah, I went ahead and bought a whole bunch of cosmetic pets for my main, because I can't remember what my main has and what my main doesn't have. So on one of these other characters, I bought a whole bunch of cosmetic pets, and I've stuck those into the vault to check on next time I'm on with Rose. I ended up not going to Green Dragon Friday this week. I just... we had heat last week too, and it was just... I don't know. I got in a mood where I was like, I just don't want to. Alright, so there's his cushion. Now let's go get a basket action.
May your heart be light and your joys be many.
And again, it's basically just there, grab stuff back. This one you have to grab a couple more things than just a cushion. And you do have to go inside, but aside from that, it's pretty much the same idea. Back and forth, back and forth. Zoom. So, oop, grab a basket. Get out of the wall! Yeah, I'm stuck in a wall. Alright, there we go. This door, I swear. I have the worst luck with that door. Alright. Talk to the cook. Grab a basket. Go back out. Doop-a-doop. Yeah, it is nice that you can take the stable master, the stable master here to Westbury. That's convenient too. Because there's always, it seems like you're always going to Bree for something. Or like if you want to do the, excuse me, the Bree horse race, you know, that's right there.
May your heart be light and your joys be many.
Alright, so now again we're gonna do this thing where we interact with the guy, and while he's doing that, we go ahead and dismount, and now all of our induction time happens. One more. Alright, and then we run away with our kite, and people are like, oh, look at that kite. And now we're done with kites. For now. Now you could mount up, but it feels like the steps between each one of these really isn't far enough to warrant that, so I definitely don't. Because by the time you do the mounting induction and then get there, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's a time saver. Alright, and now we go swim. And then we turn back to the shore. And we're gonna go up the ramp again. Again, this is another one where it's like, I could mount up, but it doesn't save me any time. Sometimes I try, or sometimes I do it without thinking about it, and I don't feel like it saves any time. But now we're collecting stuff for the cook. Fresh herbs. Another lemon tree. And we kind of like turn back on ourselves, but we're going up the hill, and there's fresh herb over here by the sightseer. Now this is where I do mount up, because we do have a little ways to go. Oh, actually, grabbing these two, and then we have another ways to go, because we're going up to the waterfall. So we've collected all the herbs we need. So there won't be one up at the top. But again, we're going in by this pretty bush. And I haven't found a good direct route that doesn't involve jumping over logs and rocks. But maybe there is one through there. I don't know. But then I just jump myself up on this big rock and do some fishing. And again, there's our little indicator that, hey, this is where we're supposed to be fishing, is this area. So if that indicator doesn't go away, then we know we've caught tokens, not fish. Pamela says the little branch breaking sound of picking lemons and herbs is relaxing. Nice. Yeah, this whole festival is pretty relaxing, honestly, which is nice. Alright, so now we want to grab some lemons off this tree. And we're going to grab some olives off of this tree. And now we jump back on our mount. Our trusty pony. Actually, this is a goat. Our trusty goat. And then there's a tree as we come out. Because we're going to keep doing right turns here. And then there's another tree, like basically on the other side of this big rock. But we have to go around it. So once we get around it, then you can see there's the tree we're looking for. That's another lemon tree. Oops. Just ran right by it. So I do mount up because, again, I'm going out to the swimming spot. And it's basically out there. Like in that area. So, even though I'm like, you know, come crashing down, being mounted, it gets me there just a little bit faster, which is nice. And then I can mount back up. And now we're going over to one more fishing spot over there. Oh, this is the tree that sometimes I miss. So you can kind of go off route a little bit and grab this tree. But if you don't, there's that other one at the end that we got last time. So I'm kind of more compelled to skip this tree because this way I can just keep riding straight out to the water hole. Ooh. Before's been doing some cooking, and one of the recipes involves lemons, and so he does the thing where he gets all the stuff on the outside off, the zest or whatever, and then uses the inside, and so there's a bit of lemon still left. So what I do is I take those remainders and I throw it in water and let it sit in the water for a few days, and every day I drink a little bit of it, but I water it down because it's kind of intense. But he did a recipe that used lime, so I did that with limes yesterday, or day before. Anyway, my container was full of lime juice, and I was timed for the lemons. And so I just poured out all the lime juice, and I've been drinking that pretty much not watered, more watered down. Because I'm putting like the lemons or the limes and then filling it up with water. So it's not like straight. It's already watered down a little bit. But wow, that's intense. Oh, I still haven't tried the salsa. Yeah, before says, I think it was too much lime for the salsa for my taste, so that might be the last lime I buy for a while. Fair enough. We do have, I think, a lime still, like a lime juice containery thing in the fridge still. So you could just like do a little squirt of that and call it good. Yeah. I think I skipped over Feldspar. Oops. Alright, caught a fish. So I've been tending to just go straight towards it, and at first I was swimming to the land and then running across. But I'm not sure if there's a time savings in that. So, because this I can just direct myself directly to it and then like get a drink or whatever. So it's like a hands-free second. Maybe it makes more sense. But from here I can just, you know, tap. I'm just looking at the seashells. Aren't they so pretty? Like all those different colors going on there. That's pretty neat. Here, we'll see it when we get close. See? Look at all those seashells. Very pretty. Alright, well now we've got all our seashells. So there's that other tree, one of those, that we could do if we hadn't gotten that one that was a little bit, like, off the path. So I think either way works. But I might lean towards doing the last tree instead. There's a seagull if you haven't gotten all your seagulls, which apparently I hadn't. Alright, so we should be done with flags. Sorry, kites. So we'll go turn in our kite. Whee!
Umbar is a free city at last.
Suppose I should look at the kite situation and make sure my main character has all the kites from that guy.
May the seas be cold and the winds fair. Fair winds to you. Fair winds to you.
Zoom.
May the seas be calm and the winds
Honey,
fair.
at this pace, I'm gonna be done well ahead of time.
Umbar is a free city at last. May the seas be calm and the winds fair.
So, turning in this one. Turning in the wrapper.
Good day to you, traveler.
And turning in the title treasures,
Umbar
which is the
is
seashells.
a
And we're done.
free City at last.
Alright, Kaylee. You can have a seat for a minute. Oh, I know why I skipped over Veldspar. Is because Varna overleveled her. And so they got flip-flopped. Because I generally just go, like, in order. And, yeah. The character names are at the bottom behind my face here. But they were, you know, one was here and one was here. And then the leveling happened and they got flip-flopped. So, we'll bring in the next Hobbit. So yes, I hope everybody is managing to find ways to stay cool if you are in this heat or any other heat. You could, there could be heat other places in the world aside from just Europe. Apparently this is coming up from the Sahara, so if you're in the Sahara, maybe you're feeling quite warm.
Fair winds to you.
Fair winds to you. Fair winds to you.
Yeah, the music's nice too. So I've done the horse race a couple of times. I guess that's something we could do. If I get through everybody before the end of the stream. And yeah, I haven't found it to be a problem. I know some people were concerned about like how it would interact with people
Good day to you,
questing
traveler.
and whatnot.
May
And
the seas be
honestly,
calm
I mean,
and
there is
the
a little bit
winds
of
fair.
maybe
Good day to you,
seeing people
traveler.
questing while you're
May
doing the
seas
horse
be
race.
calm and the winds fair.
But it hasn't been too distracting. I think partly because I'm like still learning
You
the
are most welcome,
route.
my friend.
So I'm trying to focus really hard on the routing, maybe. Refreshing beverage. Back outside. Thirsty beachgoer.
Ah, well met.
That's right, stay hydrated, man. It's important. I have 3 drinks beside me right now to make sure I keep hydrating. Okay. There we go.
Umbar is a free city
2,
at last.
3.
May the seas be calm
Yes.
and the winds fair. Umbar is a free city at last. Good day to
Hello,
you,
cat.
traveler.
Hello, seagull. The nice thing about these seagulls is if somebody else has just, you know, shooed them away, the location still counts for you. So it's okay that there's no seagull there as long as you go over where the
Fair
seagull
winds to
is, you know, where its location is, it totally is fine. Alright, so like that, I'm gonna hit that seagull. Hello, kite man.
May the seas be calm.
I'm just gonna run
and the
through
winds
here.
fair.
Skinny cat. And off to fishing. Bum, ba, bum. Before says sometimes it feels like there's a gap between when it finishes flying away and finally reappears where it doesn't work, but it's a short break. Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, I guess that's another reason why to not get rid of the helping quest because then you do go back and forth a lot, and so you'll catch a seagull if you've missed it previously. Alright. I'm gonna run over here, speaking of seagulls. Pop down to the beach. See a seagull. See a cat. Hello, cat. Yeah, Casper came and laid down for a few minutes, but then he wandered off again. Well, to be fair, B4 was in the kitchen doing stuff, so I think Casper was like, hey, hey, anything in the kitchen for me? The answer to that was no. He did not get anything. Let's get rid of that kite for the minute. Nope. Door. Book. Bed. Floor. Next room. Get the floor. Get the bed. Next room. Last one. And we're out.
Fair winds to you.
Oops, somebody just completed something. Whee. Let me out, let me out. You can hit the mounting or dismounting, but the mounting emote as you are transitioning between in a door frame, you know? So that way you're like halfway to mounted by the time you resolve, which is kind of nice. Okay.
Good day to you, traveler.
Sandcastle. Kite. Fish. It's kind of fun to watch people just running over the bridge. Got a fish! Alright, did the castle. Saw the cats. Sassy cat. Seagulls are done. Flotsam. Talk to the guy.
Hello there.
Flotsam. Got a kite credit. So, Pamela, I hope that helps with the kite thing. It's just kind of the idea of make sure it's out and then just keep it out whenever you're anywhere near those locations. Again, I only put it away when I'm inside because it's just, I don't like it. It's in my sight line a lot. So I find that frustrating. And I assume others do as well. So by getting it out of the way, hopefully, you know, makes life easier for everybody. So I just leave it, once I've picked up the quest, basically I go to that first fishing spot, but then I leave it out, I get the kite out and I leave it out pretty much from then on until I get past the,
How can I be of service?
the burying in the sand guy. And I'm on my way to that
Tonight,
last sandcastle.
Wine,
Because that's where it
food,
should
and
trigger
friends.
the last one. So after I
Tomorrow,
get to the sandcastle,
come what
I know
may.
I have gotten it, and I can I double check my my quest log over on the side, you know, and I see, okay, is the let's go fly a kite, is that complete? And if it says yes, then I'm like, okay, cool, and then I can just go ahead and put my kite away. So that's kind of my routine when it comes to the kite. Alright, we have a basket, but we gotta put stuff in it.
Umbar is a free city at last.
Pamela says, I think the kite was broken that night because I had my kite out while I did other quests, and there were people in World Chat who also had similar issues with it. Interesting. Yeah, maybe I just wasn't doing it that day then. I've taken some days off of doing festival this year. Yeah, I just haven't had the mojo for it, you know? But I am trying to level these characters, so it's one of those where it's like, well, when I have the time, the energy and all that, it's good to get in here and do it because, you know, it does get them a lot of
Greetings,
progress.
traveler.
Alright, so this guy...
If you're looking to help, there's plenty to
Dismount.
do. As you can surely see,
Induction.
we're low on helping hands.
I mean, it takes time to bury a guy in the sand. And I think about, like, aside from the sun piece of it today, but, like, being buried in the sand, like, there's a certain, like, static temperature to it, right? So maybe it feels nice. So now I need to wait for this one to respawn. It won't take long. There it is. And the same thing here. This one just got cleaned up, so it's not there right now. But then, yeah, it comes back pretty fast. So that's okay. I could go ahead and do the sand castle while I'm waiting. Well, they must have fixed the kite thing, though, because like I said, I haven't had any troubles. So now, while the flotsam is down underground there like that, there is a moment where you can still interact with it. But if you miss it, you just have to wait. But again, thankfully, the respawn time on these things is really fast. Okay, let's get out of the water. Well, it's feeling temperate in here now, which is great. I was outside for a little bit, a few times this afternoon, and took a very cool shower to kind of cool off after that, but I was still, like, I find, yeah, that just is still heat creating, being up and about. So now I've been sitting here for a little bit, now I'm like, yes, now I feel nice and cool. Alright, now we've got a tree over here we want to interact with. You know, that's interesting, though, because we've got the barter, the token exchange person at the party tree, right? She's there year-round. But during the anniversary festival, we do have, in Bree, by the boar fountain, where that big tent is, right? There's somebody in there that you can do token exchange with. So I wonder if that's something that, oops, well, I'm standing, right? But maybe there'll be more of that in the future, where it's like a person that's as part of the festival, in the festival location, you know? That'd be kind of nice. Alright, cool, we got it. Okay, I'll just run this time. We'll go ahead and rework bottom to top, sure. The reason I usually do that is because looking through the trees and stuff here, I get a little lost. So if I do it from the top, then I can see everything a little bit better, right? So this is where I missed a herb somewhere, or it wasn't spawned or something. So there, now I've got 4 out of 4 though. Alright, now we gotta go around the waterfall. Because I want to get back on that track over there. I heard the monkeys. They're there. That's another way you can know you're in the right place if you see the monkeys. Oh, Pamela asks, are you doing Ill Omens this year? Probably. Because it's coming up during a time when I think there's no other festivals or anything else going on, so that would seem likely. Do you know the dates on that off the top of your head? I can look it up if not. Let's see. Ill Omens, July 23rd to August 12th this year. So, yeah, it really depends on B4's availability, though, because I don't tend to do it by myself. You know, we do it together. So it really depends on, like, how he's doing, like, with work stuff. And I know in August he is booked for some work stuff. So it'll kind of depend on that. Yeah, Pamela says they moved it. I'm glad they moved it. Yeah. It was like later in the year. It was like, or I remember it was sometime when it was cold. I can't remember exactly which month it was in. We did it a couple years ago. Enough to get the baubles. I forget what they're called. I guess I can't usually call them baubles anymore. But the things that, like, where you can use one to get extra health, you can use one for, I don't know, extra attack or something like that. Oh, Pamela says since I started playing it, they've had it at the end of January. No, not the bat wings. Like trinkets. There's like 3 different things. One's blue, one's red, one's green. The green one, you click it, and it gives you, it's like an extra health boost. Batwings, though, I never did finish. See, okay, there's somebody who's probably doing the race, and here's me coming through, so am I distracting to them? I don't know. Like, that's hard to say. Yeah. Yeah, Pamela says, ah, yes, those boost things. I forget what they're called, too. Yeah, right. Those things. And then you can only get them for, like, certain level ranges. They work for certain level ranges. And so, like, if you out-level it, then you need to go get the next version. So we managed to... Now, they're bound to, like, a count, I think. So we, I think we sent in higher-level characters or something. Or how did we do this? At any rate, because we're using them on our mains that came from Treebeard. So they're lower, they're not cap. Yeah, so that's what we must have done. We must have sent in higher level characters to purchase them, I think. I'll have to ask before. Talking about Ill Omens and those round things. Do you remember what they're called? Those boosts that you can use. I keep wanting to call them baubles, but I'm like, I guess I can't call things baubles anymore because now that actually has an actual meaning in game. That's no worries if you don't. Actually, though, do you have any lip balm handy? Portents. That's what they're called, portents. And yeah, so I was talking about, Pomela was asking about if we're doing Ill Omens this year because it's in July into August. Yeah, I said it depends on your work availability because you have stuff going on with work. And so work takes priority. But if there is time, I think we will. I expect that we will. Yeah, work stuff makes the dream so. So I would say it's likely that we'll do some of it though.
We need to get the next portent anyway.
Yeah, before we're saying we want to get the next portent, if there is a next tier, the next level range, to get that for our characters, because we, yeah, so, and I can't remember how we did that, if we got, like, Did we send in higher level characters who then went and collected those for us?
Sent in bunches of characters.
I think that's how we ended up with the higher ones for our mains. Because our mains are currently at like 117 or something like that.
May the
And
seas
so they
be
were
calm
much
and the
lower.
winds fair.
Like 85 or
Fair
something.
winds to you. Fair winds
Yeah,
to
the
you.
12-day wrapper.
Like 6 different characters. Because by doing that, each one of those gives
May the seas be calm and the winds fair.
3 possible
May the seas be calm and the winds fair.
So,
Umbar is a free city at last.
Yeah, so what before we were saying is we sent through like 6 pairs of characters. Yeah. Leveling. And they were able to get
Umbar is a free
the
city
token
at
because you could
last.
only earn, you would earn a
Good day
token
to you, traveler.
that you could use to get a portent, and we wanted all 3 for our mains. So we needed 3 portents, which means we needed 3 different pairs, because we're running as pairs, to run through the whole wrapper, the 12-day wrapper, in order to get those. So we needed 3 characters to go through and get the tokens, so we could get all 3 of the portents and give those to the main characters. And then we ran an additional 3 characters through to get the higher level, the next level up, the next level range portent. So that way when our characters leveled out of the first ones, then we were prepared and had the next ones ready,
Good day
which
to
is
you,
what we did.
traveler.
We have leveled out of the first ones that we have,
Fair
and
winds to
we
you.
have gone into the second
Umbar
ones.
is a free city at last.
But yeah, because they're bound to account though, so we're able to
Umbar
do
is
that,
a
which
free
is nice.
city at last.
So then the next thing to do will be to, go back and get the next tier of portents. And, get
Fair
those.
winds to you.
Portents. That's the word.
Umbar is a free city at last. Good day to you, traveler. Fair winds to you.
So yeah, so this is kind of the route that I've kind of settled into. And it seems to be working out pretty good in general.
Greetings, traveler.
Aside from the, like, helping quests, the requesting quests, it seems like there isn't a lot of doubling back, it doesn't feel like, so that's good. And anytime there is doubling back, I feel like I'm able to
Well met.
combine it with other things.
Umbar is a free city at last. Umbar is a free city at last.
At last.
Good day to you, traveler. May the seas be calm and
kitty
the
cat.
winds fair.
Seagull. 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 Cat. Holiday goer.
May the
quest.
seas be calm and the winds fair.
Kite. Cat.
May the seas be calm and the winds fair.
Let's go fishing. Yeah, it's nice that I'm not doing anything else with these characters. Like, I'm not questing or anything during festival season. So I can just leave them with their fishing gear equipped, which is really handy. Before says portents are very on branding with the Ill Omens event. Oh, gotta get out my kite. About to go over a bridge. I have acquired a glittering fish. Okay. To the beach. Seagull. Cat. Oh, I don't know why I mounted up. I'm going inside to get the book. Ah, but there's another cat. So hi, kitty cat. Cool. Inside. So yeah, I figure we'll probably end up doing the beginning of Ill Omens. See how far we get. Probably should put that on the calendar. So we don't miss it. Yay, door number 1. Bed and book. Don't forget the book. It's very important. Why is the door not opening? Open, says me. Thank you. No! There we go. I'm just enough behind this other person that the door is closing and it's not ready for me. Alright, this time it probably will be. There we go.
Good day to you, traveler.
Alright, so now we go turn in the book. Which is kind of funny to think about the fact that I'm swimming over there in order to give her her book. Hopefully I've got it somewhere where it's not getting wet. Maybe I tied it to the kite.
Umbar is a free city at last.
Alright, because apparently I forgot to put my kite away when I was inside doing the beds. So, no big deal. Fish. Got a fish. Excellent. Moving on. I think we already did the skinny cat, so we're good there. And we would stand here and wait for this sassy cat, but we don't have to, because we're gonna be back. Oh, we're gonna catch the spot some time, or we're gonna miss it. Oh, we got it. Oh yeah. We
What
wouldn't
can
mess
I
with
do
this
for you?
guy. I'm probably gonna miss it. It's probably too long. Oh no, we got it. I'm impressed. Bunch of people waiting for the sassy cat. It's alright, we'll be back a few times. Off to grab a cushion. Oh, I got a currency capped. What do we got? Midsummer tokens! Oh no! I got a cushion. Okay. So, I guess we'll do the same thing. And let's, pop over to my premium house. So we can go to the party tree. You know, any of these characters that have multiple milestones, I may actually have already had the ability to go to Hobbit and Bywater, but oh well, it's okay. Actually, well, just leave that for a second. Okay. To the tree of the parties. That's got to be one big tree if they're having parties underneath it. Like, that's a significant tree. Like, seriously. That's wild. Okay, so let's barter some
Hello there.
stuff. And this is one we got too much of. It doesn't really matter, I think. They all look pretty good. But yeah, let's get rid of a bunch of tokens. What do we think? Maybe... Well, actually, Sylphie, I'm hoping, will be done soon. So I guess maybe Fall Festival tokens or Farmer's Fair. Let's do Farmer's Fair. Alright, so we're going to open up some boxes. I just got to remember to continue opening these because I got a bunch of them.
Good day to you, traveler.
Alright, let's go on back. And now I have a cushion to take to the beach. Sassy cat still on the run. Now, theoretically, oh, if I still, there he is. Theoretically, you can still interact with the sassy cat even after they've been shooed off.
How can I be of service?
And I did the other day. I kind of chased it down and was able to still interact with it when it was, like, out at the end of its little run. Hey, but look at that. Sassy cat's back. Easy peasy. We didn't have to wait at all. Alright, now we're grabbing the picnic basket. And talk to the cook. Grab the basket. Now that it's full. Zoom. Yeah, probably tomorrow or the next time I'm doing festival, I'll probably just have, like, you know, this up in the side and be just, like, grabbing tokens while I'm riding around, you know. Just work my way through those boxes.
What say you, my friends?
What do I say?
Greetings, friend.
I say greetings, friend. And then we should be done with the kites. Yes. Now the flotsam is probably going to go away. Oh, I thought it would go away before I got interacted with it. Let's see if I catch it or not. Nice. So even though I am kind of running behind these folks, it's still working for me, so that's really handy. Thankfully, it's not a long induction to pick it up, which is great. Building the sandcastle has definitely a much longer induction. But the flotsam, interacting with it, it's pretty quick, like boom, done. And there we go. It'd be fun if there was like a little sound effect about the water. Like a little sploosh when you got to the right spot or something. That'd be kind of fun. Much hydrating today. Lemon tree. Fresh herbs. Sightseer. And Pamela says, I like the idea of a sploosh sound. It's just because, you know, like we've got, like you pointed out, we've got the little, you know, tick, little breaking branch of grabbing the veg and stuff. Grabbing the greenery and the fruit and things. Like, that'd be kind of fun to just have something to indicate, you know, yeah, you interacted with the water. Good job. Because we have a lot of fishing noises. It's so funny. A lot of times I'll be doing Lotra, I'll be running through Festival, and I'll have like a video or something playing on, because I've got 2 monitors, and so I can just have like one on one monitor, one on the other monitor. And when I get to hear the waterfall sounds are so loud, and I don't want to turn it down, like I don't want to turn down the ambient noises and stuff, so I just leave it. But a lot of times I'll just turn off my video when I come over here. I'm like, nah, it's a bit kind of loud. So, yeah, that's kind of funny. I got a fish. Yay. Alright, let's see if we can see things from up here. I love a lot of the ground cover though. A lot of cool colors, some purple stuff I just saw in the distance. Like, it's nice. Yeah, these purple trees and stuff are really cool. And I love these little bushes. Yeah. I like how they've made it very colorful here. This is great. There's some flowers. Got orange and purples and reds. It's very colorful. Hi, monkeys. I appreciate there's that kind of, those double landmarks there and how to get in there. Like the monkeys there and that big bush next to the giant tree. Like it's once you notice it, you're like, ah, there's visuals. Excellent. You know, I mean, I found that really helps. Says a tree growing lemons. Surely at least one of them is ripe. That whole tree. Yeah, I would think at least one. Hopefully multiples. I don't know. That's funny. Yeah, pretty good lined up. Sploosh. There we go. We'll just make the noise for it. Can't get on the mat yet. There we go. There we go. So I think we just passed a tree that I could have done, but I'm sold on the idea of doing the tree at the end now. So I kind of wanted to just like roll through, you know, the festival a number of times today, because I didn't do this last year on stream, and I want to have something that people can pull up and be able to be like, oh, okay, what's a quick path that I can follow? And I think this one does pretty good. So I think we are going to remove the question mark, that we have a reasonably quick 20-minute pathing for Furtherholm now. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. It makes me wonder when they're designing this sort of thing, like, do they do a lot of testing to see how long it takes them, or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm curious about how that process goes. Or do they kind of go like, okay, these are some cool quests. Ah, this is going too fast. We need to add a little bit to it. Or, oh, this one's kind of onerous. Maybe we, you know, rein that in a little bit. You know, things like that. Like how much tweaking is done in order to, you know, make it a effective thing. Because, for example, if it took, because you can do the same thing like in Minas Tirith, right? It takes about 20 minutes to do a full run in Minas Tirith. So then it's just a question of really like which venue are you in the mood for? If you're going to do 10 quests in one location, you know, do you want to do it all in Furtherholm? Do you want to do it all at Minas Tirith? What's it, you know, what do you want to do? So it would be interesting, like kind of a misstep in a way, you know what I mean? If it took 20 minutes in Minas Tirith, but it took like 35 out here, like would people do it? Or would they be like, nah, I'll just go do Minas Tirith, you know what I mean? Or would they do this only once in a while because it was like, it would take too long? Sneakies says, hiya everyone. Hello, Sneakies. I hope you are managing to stay cool this day, this week, this month. It's turned into a hot month. Breaking records and stuff. Alright, so I think there's a tree that we need to grab down here. Yeah, that one, right? It's up there. That's what it is. That's not far out of the way at all, though, is it? Well, thanks to Jinjar for pointing out that person at the party tree. Now I'm able to share that knowledge. I posted something in World Chat when somebody was looking. So that's awesome. Thank you for that tip. Oh, Sneakies is moving at the end of the month. Go, good luck.
May the seas be cold.
I've been in and out of the heat all day / week. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Umbar is a free city at last. May the seas be calm and the winds fair.
May the seas be calm and the winds fair. May the seas be calm and the winds fair.
Well, hopefully it's a good move. Hopefully you're going somewhere that you are happy with. Before and I have, in the past,
May the seas be
had the
calm
habit of
and the
moving
winds
on a
fair.
semi-regular basis.
May the seas be calm
And,
the winds fair.
Yeah, let's go do the race. We haven't done the race with anybody today. And so we moved to this house and we're like, okay, you know, we'll be here for 3 to 5 years, then we'll move. That's just normal. But no, we're really enjoying it here and we're pretty happy. So I don't think we're moving
Good
anytime
day to you,
soon.
traveler.
So we can just settle in. Now, unfortunately, that also means we, you know, accumulate a lot of stuff. So gotta keep working on that. But yeah. Okay. So this is the path so far, and I haven't found, like, I know when you're going through those these rushes up here that it seems like, I think it's this, where there's like a speed boost. Yeah, right there. I don't know what triggers it. And then here is where you can choose to go up or down. So we'll go up. And this is a shortcut. But it's not, I mean it is, but it is a shorter route. However, you've got a lot more obstacles and like you can't get over that. And then it's also like a little bit muddy through here. Yeah. And I don't know if there's a way to, you know, avoid the mud like on the sides or like if you go up through the rocks, across the rocks or anything. Does that make a difference? I don't know. Alright, but here we've got... Where's that sightseer? There he is. Hey, buddy. You're on a racetrack. But then we come out past the sightseer and we rejoin with the bottom and we are out. So, didn't have a lot of spare time there.
May the seas be cold and the
So
wind's
I don't
fair.
know where the optimization is in that one. Hey, sassy cat. Alright, so let's switch over to a different character and we'll try the race going up. But I want to point out that, like, at an hour 55, so -5 for, you know, the intro and stuff like that. So within an hour and 50 minutes, I was able to go through five, characters through the festival, no problem. And that's with even a little bit of talking and stuff like that. So Sneaky says, going from a 1-bedroom to a 2-bedroom for less money. Ooh, gonna turn the 2nd bedroom into my computer room. Hopefully starting to stream by the 2nd week in July. Awesome. Well, Pomela says that sounds awesome, Sneakies. I agree. That sounds fantastic. Hooray for you. Yeah, that's another reason why I think we're really comfortable where we're at, because we kind of put together our wish list, which kept evolving and growing, because we were trying to, like, do a small footprint, and then we kept thinking of, like, before having his own office space, instead of having it in the middle of the living room, things like that. And in the end, we basically got, I would say, I can't think of what we didn't get, you know what I mean, out of our wish list. Okay, so that was day 3. I thought it was for Coral. It should have been day 3 for her. Okay, so I have 3 more days on Coral, and then she will have done the full rotation of 12 days. Pamela asks, do you stream currently, Sneakies? And I'm curious, if you do stream, or you're thinking of streaming, what are you looking to do? Like, would it be Lotro? Would it be
and the winds fair.
other games? Was it both? You know, what all are you streaming? Okay, so we'll try the lower one this time, so we won't get hit by the mud situation. Sneaky says, I've only done a few streams to test it out, and yes, 99% would be Lotro. Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense. Yeah, I also play other games, and I started doing like a Planet Crafter playthrough, where I was only going to do Planet Craft. I was only going to play that playthrough during streams. But the problem is I don't always want to stream when I'm playing. So this is the beach version, by the way. Oh yeah, I think those crabs come at you if you're racing by them, which is kind of funny. Anyway, yeah, so I still have that stream-only Planet Crafter game, but I didn't get very far. Oh, I'm supposed to do, oopsie. I think I'm supposed to be on here. Yeah, if you get on here, it goes faster. If you do the water, it's slower. I haven't tried, oops, off to the other side, though, to see what that does. But that gave me a speed boost. That's nice. Yeah, I have the firm surface underfoot allows your mount to gain a burst of speed plus 35% war speed. Nice. Even still, though, I just had a sliver of time left, so it wasn't any
Fair winds to
much
you.
different than doing the shortcut. I don't know. So, yeah. Oh. Sneaky says there's a space sim I play called Elite Dangerous. Might do a few on that. Yeah, so people come on and they're like, can I follow you on your personal channel? And I'm like, you can, but it won't be very exciting because pretty much the streaming I do is Lotro on the Lotro channel here. I don't really set aside time on my channel to stream on a regular basis. So, you know, it just kind of sits there. But yeah, so I do have I did start the Planet Crafter stream, and have I done any Valheim streaming? I might not have, actually. because we're usually playing with other people. And so if we're playing with other folks, I don't want to be like making people be on stream that don't want to be. You know what I mean? So that's, yeah, that's definitely a consideration is, you know, are people opting in to being on stream when you're doing multiplayer stuff. Now, recently, I've been playing a lot of House Flipper 2, and I'm having a really good time with that. There's supposed to be a co-op mode, and I haven't had a chance to do that yet with friends, but I have a couple of friends who are interested in doing it. We just got to find time that matches for all of us. Pomela says, Sneakies, come back and let us know when you're ready to stream. We can tune in for you. So, yeah, that'll be nice. B4 has wandered off. I thought I'd go ahead and pull up my main because I can pop over here and see what kites that one guy has. See if there's any kites that he has that I don't have on my main. We'll take a quick look at that. Whenever you finish one of those 3-day wrappers, you end up getting some Figments of Splendor. So I needed to log in with my main and go over here and spend some of those. So that's why she's here at the Boar Fountain. So I want to go to Furtherholm. And let's see. How did we decide we can get there? Oh, there's somebody at the Bree West Gate. So let's go over there. So I use this pony here behind the prancing pony to get to the Breeland Festival grounds, and then I just go zoop and use the pony to get me back here to the front. Easy peasy. Furtherholm, if you please. Okay, so let's go talk to Kite Guy. Now, also, I probably should go into my shared storage, though, before I talk to Kite Guy, because, let's see, we have a lot of stuff in our inventory. There's stuff that I picked up from other characters to give to me. So, Tome of the Eagle, Owl of the Flowering Sun. Okay, is that a kite or is that an owl? It's an owl. Okay, Eagle Owl of the Flowering Sun. It summons an eagle owl. Okay, cool. Alright, and then any others? Let's see, apparently I have the Ivory Murai Herding Dog, Mushroom Hunter Frog, Parrot of Light. I already have that. Sneaky says, I never knew there was a stable ride to there. I always use the person in the pony. Yes, I find that really handy. I discovered that one day and was like, this is fun. I like this. I like this little shortcut. Alright, well, that's all of those. So everything else that's in there is stuff I already have. Barter items.
Umbar is a free city.
Let's see.
Last.
The beer-loving badger kite, but it looks like it's only for Mithril. So he has a bunch of kites, but they're only available for Mithril. So I don't feel particularly strong about those. Excuse me. I need to probably stop talking soon. Frosty kite. Winter dove. Pretty. Midnight dragon. Crimson dragon. I guess if I look at my pets, which is where you find kites, are these all triangles with images on them? Beer-loving badger. That one's not. That one is. Okay, so they are kind of like the you know, four-sided kite shape, so forth. Hallows Eve kite. Oh, that's cute. Harvest Revelry. So, I am a little tempted by some of these. Like the frosty kite's cute. On the other hand, do I really want to pay mithril for it? And the answer is not really. So I think we're just going to leave it as it is. Alright, well let's take a look at the other barterer and see if there's any other things that I'm missing. World Cup game has started. I have been watching the World Cup games. But they start like evening time for us and then they go overnight. So I haven't been watching all of them.
needs your aid.
Of course. Okay, so let's look at the cosmetic pets. I should have all of them now. And the steeds. Oh, I don't have the Elk of the Flowering Sun. Well, I should go ahead and grab that. That's the problem with mounts, is that they are bound to character as soon as you acquire them. So I can't, like, you know, have another character grab one for me and then pass it over. Excuse me. So, yeah. Alright, alright, that's pets. We looked at pets. So let's look at those steeds again. And yeah. Aside from the war steed accessories, I think I have all of the steeds situation, so that's good. What else? Instruments, I think I have all of them unless there's something new. Nope, those all look familiar. Emotes. Coin toss, I should have that one, yeah. Wine tasting and fireworks, yeah. Other fireworks. I think I have... Let me double check. Oh, these are the consumables, and I think I have a lot of the ones that are not consumable, that are an actual skill, so that's good. Housing items, I have already been buying a bunch of stuff to put out, so just need to go do that at some point. And then I should have all three of four. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't have one of these steeds. Well, let's do that. I'm guessing I was putting off getting all of the steeds until I was in Gondor. But that's okay. We'll just grab them now, because I've got plenty of extra tokens. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap it up here in a few minutes. So if there's any last minute things you want to mention, now is the time. Also, B4 will be coming on right after me, which is great. And he is going to be working on the Festival Buddy 2. So that's this little darling here. And so Midsummer, the background changes on it, pretty cool. And then it tells you how many tokens you've got, as well as how many mithril coins you've got, in case that's useful for you during this festival. And then, so he's working on, because there's two locations, main locations, the Midsummer of Minas Tirith, and then you've also got Furtherholm, where you can do the entire thing, right? And so you kind of want to have a quick guide, which he put together a few years ago. And this one is just for Minas Tirith. So I was like, well, hey, how about one for Furtherholm? But then the problem is, then if they're all intermixed, that's kind of annoying, right? And so that's a problem, or a, yeah, that's a solution that he's working on, a solution to that situation. There we go. So Sneaky says, I got that plugin. I like it. Yeah, me too. I find it really handy. I use it pretty much every festival, and especially when I'm getting back into the festival at the beginning. It's like, okay, how do I do this again? And then I'm able to follow the quick guide. It's like, ah, yeah, that's how I do that. So that's super handy. And there's lots of other times when I'm using it for various things. So let's see. Before says, I fell prey to the old singleton problem. Whenever you declare there will only ever be one of these things, it's almost guaranteed that eventually you'll need a second. So he made a quick guide for basically the programming. The way he did it is that, you know, there would only be one quick guide for a festival, which would make sense. Except when there is more than one, as is the case now. So,
I blame MVP.
he says, I blame MVP. Yes, MVP and their creativity. Aw, darn. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for coming by and enjoying Midsummer with us again here on my Heart of a Hobbit stream. I will be back next week. I believe we have more festivals still. Yes, it should still be running next Tuesday. So yay, we get another week of festival on stream. So stay cool. Stay, yeah, take care of yourself and keep an eye on the others. Take care of each other. And I will see you next week. And stick around for B4 coming up right next with Plug It Along. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.